All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Throwing on first down is Manning. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Zebra. Zebra.
Manning to throw on second down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. Looking to throw on second down. Manning. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. So they went 2 yards in the wrong direction on the last pass play, and now it's 3rd and 12. Throwing is Manning on third down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
27%. Blue 80. Let's go.
Manning indeed going for it on 4th. Looking for Shepard deep. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 45.
82-14.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Shorty.
They run again with Ajayi. And an alley to run. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here we go. Waiting.
Here's Ajayi. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Ajayi. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Let's go. Hey. You got 3. Three down.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
That's to his running back, complete. Doug Pedersen's guys come up empty here on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Long in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. To throw on 2nd down, Manning. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Regular. Set. 28. Zebra. Zebra.
Shotgun now for Manning. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Gun. Zebra. Hey, go 56. 27 to Sam.
On 2nd down, here's Manning. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Nigel Bradham in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Zebra.
To throw on 3rd down, Manning. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
They do go for it. It's Manning. And Latimer's got it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. On 1st down, Manning. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Zebra. Go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Manning to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Giants are in for 6. And it's up and good. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Back onto the field comes Philly's offense. You know, Charles, the Eagles, they've kind of gone from having one of the most enviable quarterback positions in the league to a couple question marks here because you got Carson Wentz still recovering from the knee injury. Nick Foles with a shoulder injury now.
And the thing that they've got going for them, even though it's a little bit unsettled right now, is that it's not as bad as maybe it appears. Carson Wentz has now been cleared for 11 on 11 work. They're hoping contact will come sooner rather than later. The injury to Nick Foles, believed to be serious at first, not so serious now. They think that he'll be ready for the opener. And Nate Sudfeld, their number 3 quarterback, after 2 weeks of the NFL preseason schedule, leads the league in passing. So maybe it's not quite as bad as maybe people thought.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. To throw is Wentz. And Moore has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. They go play action here on 1st down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kareem Martin in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now a play fake. Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third and long, it's Wentz. Looking deep downfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Play action. Manning. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
81.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. A gain of 6 there on first. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. Now a play fake here on first down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Now Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On second and goal, Ajayi, the lone man in the backfield. They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Manning now on first down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Manning. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They come out here in the eye. Again, they'll throw with Manning. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are in for 6. And he puts it through. Rosas now to kick this one away. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I'm like, what? All right, never mind. Third quarter action now.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James. Now Wentz. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
You know what? We got a second. I did want to take a look back to the Hall of Fame inductions. Took place in Canton on August 4th. And what stood out to you from the ceremonies, from the speeches that you heard?
Well, for me, beside the speeches, just remembering their careers, I really flashed back at how much I enjoyed watching Brian.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing is Wentz. And he's going to go down again.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, Let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now Manning throwing on second down. And this is Shepard on the catch. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down.
Zebra. Go 56, 27 the same way.
Working from the gun, Manning. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On play action, it's Wentz. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man complete. The 30, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what?
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
The pitch goes to Barkley. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's brought down after a good gain. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Manning now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's got his man, Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, 41 yards. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there. Blocked the extra point and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. Now Wentz. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they've peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? A gain of 6 there on 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A dump off to Sproles. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They come out here in the eye. It's a sneak. It's Wentz. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles, if they hit the PAT, they will be in the lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On 1st down, Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Manning to throw on 2nd down. He's going to let this one go for Latimer. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. you really have no chance to win the football game.
Here we go. Drag it. Let's go.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Sproles. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Olivier Vernon brings him down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Goes underneath for Sproles. Sproles lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now Wentz will keep it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Let's go.
They run with Ajayi. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Let's go. Great.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So the delay of game penalty backs them up. It's now 2nd and 7. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. Now, the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.